Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Galactic Reiki Distance Healing Wellness Wednesday. I'm your host, Guru Dan. No disclaimer this week. The disclaimer is you're here of your own free will. Everybody's been here before, though, so I'm not worried. But if you're listening, to the recording later, if you don't like it, turn it off. It's that simple. The Golden Light meditations have been really comfortable to me. They're really kind of worked their way into they've kind of blossomed into this Trinary idea, which is really being pretty simple and nice, and it just kind of evolved into that. So I think we'll do that again today. It's been so nice. Reminder of the full moon energies. I wonder what that's going to amplify. It's something interesting for everybody. So if everybody will get comfortable, get their drinks, get their last minute things. Get comfy, either seated or laying down or somewhere in between. If you have a body, if you don't have a body, if you're a non-physical being, just your version of sitting still. Well, don't they just float around? I don't know. I'll have to ask them what they do when they're not doing anything. Some deep breaths, please, to synchronize with the energies that are ramping up. Just casually, that was a good one. That was a good one. Some divine feminine energy lingering. Nice. We're going to do a slightly different thing where we are going to all anchor, really solidify the anchor a little bit more. Set this aside, set that aside. Something in my eye. Activate hand chakras. Breathe naturally, breathe comfortably, and imagine the band of where your root chakra might be, and envision the most beautiful red that you've ever seen. And take a moment to find that. Take a moment to find that vision, the most beautiful red you've ever seen, and envision that across your kind of lower pelvic area where your root chakra might be, and just the redness. And then come up the next layer, the next chakra, kind of the waist area, waist, lower belly. And the best orange color The best orange color you've ever seen. Envision that color a moment. Just touch base with it. You just need to connect to it. Just connect to it. You can envision it in the area if you'd like. You know, the root chakra is kind of more important because it's really the anchor. And then come up to your sacral chakra, your solar plexus area, and envision the most beautiful, wonderful yellow. Most beautiful, wonderful yellow you've ever seen. And touch base with that color for just a moment. And then let's come to the heart chakra, chest area. And we're going to do two colors here. We're going to do a green. So envision the most beautiful green. And then a pink. The most wonderful pink. Then focus a moment on your throat area, your throat chakra. And envision the richest, most beautiful blue. It doesn't matter what shade of blue. Some people might be a little lighter. Some people might be a little richer. Your best blue. Just envision that blue for a moment. And come to your third eye area. Your spirit eye area, your non-physical eye area. Envision that nice indigo color. It's not purple, it's not blue, it's just indigo. And then for the top, for the crown area, you can envision a white gold. This can be luminescent, it can be non-luminescent, it can be white gold. And just take a couple of deep breaths and let all these colors do as they will. Well, one of the things they'll do is anchor us into the reality here. We're having all of our experiences here. The non-physical beings are kind of already in their full light being kind of mode. They're being anchored in their little areas, wherever they be, wherever they're watching from. And now let's just bring our awareness to the front of us, kind of like the third eye. And you just bring your focus to this lovingly neutral position. In your third eye, or your spirit eye. This area between the eyes and the forehead, in line with the pineal gland. Now, if you can envision a drop of golden light coming through all of those chakras down through you to the earth. Just drop of energy. And this golden light that came as a drop now turns into like a shower or like a waterfall, and just golden light all around you. You are just coated. You can breathe this golden light in. You can feel the comfort of it surround you, within you and without you, in you and out, if there is an out. It's the golden light from source surrounding you. Take a moment to just note that you're not so much your physical bodies right now. You're this kind of light image coated in golden light. The physical body's kind of stepped aside a little bit. We're focused on the light body. From this golden state of neutral, unconditional love, imagine a stream of light coming from near your heart chakra area out and forming a wall or a board. This is where we're going to place our concerns and healing ideas. Wherever you start on your board, I'm conditioned. I still kind of go to the upper left corner first and work my way. People in other countries, they go in other ways. You can go any way you want. You might even start in the center if you wish. But your first item that goes on your board, if you've come for healing for yourself, please envision yourself in a healed and happy state and take a mental image of that being, of you being healthy, happy. And take that image and place it on your board. Note that as you do that, that this being, this healed being, doesn't have all the labels that it's been told, and it doesn't have all the conditions that it's been told. This is a healed being. This is your version of the healed you. That image on the board. If you are here for another person, or you have loved ones in your life that you would like to heal, please envision them in a healed and happy state, free from whatever ailments or diseases or whatever they've been told. Find a happy, healthy image of them in your mind and place them on your board. Just the people. We'll get to the animals in a moment. If you have acquaintances, friends, I know there are people that have left names on the healing request page, and I've seen in several other places where there's people calling for healing. And on my board, I'm going to put these people. I'll put their names on my board. I don't know what they look like. I can't envision them. I can just, I don't know, envision like a pure light essence and put their name on it. So it's like their name with like on a glow ball. I know that sounds weird, but I put their name on it. And this ball is a ball of unconditional love. I put their name on it. Their name's in a healed state. Healed and happy. It doesn't matter if your persons are terminally ill or not. It doesn't matter what their current state of being is. You can still envision them in a healthy, happy state and place that image or that idea on your board. And even if you have a little apprehension on that idea or a little hesitation on that idea, or you might be thinking, wow, these people, you know, I love them, but they're kind of too far gone to really heal. There's still other things that go on that's a healing thing that may not be a physical healing, but might be a transitional healing where these people are ill and they are preparing to transition, and we may not be able to heal them physically, but we might be able to smooth their road as they begin their transition to another frequency range. So here the idea of the word of healing has a little bit looser connotation where healing may not necessarily be the perfect vision of health, but may instead be an offering for a beautiful and disturbance-free transition. So please allow that to expand. Let that idea be that idea. Because there are some people who may watch this video. I know they're not present exactly right now, but they're going, how can we heal a terminally ill person if they're already so far gone? We have doubts that healing's going to work. The word healing, you may not heal them physically, but you might help them transition spiritually or non-physically. So they might be too far gone to help physically, but they're never too far gone for any kind of love. So if you can send that love ahead to smooth their journey, then allow that idea. That's all. Just allow that idea. So even if you can't get there mentally, it's all right. Allow that idea. Let that love expand. But we don't want them to go. We don't want them to go. Yeah. But if they've agreed to go, then you can clear and safe passage. Wish that for them. Pray that for them. Offer that for them. Will be better than doing nothing. Some people just get all upset and kind of collapse down, but you can offer smooth transition. And go, we don't want you to go, but I love you. Have a safe journey. It's much better than doing nothing. On the next section of your board, domesticated animals. Animals that might be your animals, animals that might be friends' animals, animals that might be in farms or ranches or fields, some domestic, somewhat normal animals. Envision them happy. Envision those animals healthy. If you know of a dog that's not running too good, you might envision him running happy. If you have a friend who has a cat who's not feeling so well, you might envision them healthy, happy, maybe chasing something or sleeping comfortably. The little goldfish having a little trouble with the water, envision them swimming comfortably. Lizards, rats, snakes. What was it? Rats? Whatever the pet is. A healthy pet. The perky, happy, healthy pet. And if they're not so perky, as long as they're aware, as long as they're bright-eyed and alert, they love that. Let's go to animals that are non-domesticated, animals that we think that might be in trouble, animals in drought. Let's envision them well hydrated. Animals in trouble, let's envision them in a well space. If we believe these animals are in a weakened condition, their area is in a weakened, let's envision a healthy area for them to be in, which is leading up to portions of the earth where we're going next. No. So as you envision the cattle, and envision the bison, and envision the horses, and envision the wild boars and pigs and things and panthers and owls and birds and things and stuff, all comfortable, all healthy, all happy and aware. Okay. Let's go to another section of the board where there might be places on Earth that want attention or that we are aware of that are in a little bit of trouble. Let's envision those places flourishing. Let's envision those places not as places that are damaged, but places that are flush, full, lively. Within reason, we're not going to terraform a desert right here. We just want to, deserts are deserts, and the dry areas are going to be dry, the wet areas are going to be wet, but if there's areas in the middle, then all right. The jungle that needs a little bit more water, offer it that. Oh, Deb, I'm going to remute. There you go. Blood pressure, somebody's blood pressure? We'll address that later. Let's take a moment to look at the board. And the board is all healing, yes, all healing beings, animals, birds, insects, pieces of earth. Find a section on your board for relationships and a section on your board for healed life areas, life concerns. So this is kind of an interesting thing. So if you have an area in your life that you'd like to improve or wish was improved or would prefer an improvement, then envision that state in this section of the board. So if you see yourself now in an area of lack, but you would prefer to see yourself in an area of abundance, then envision that abundance and place that vision on your board. All right. So you got a bad knee and you wish that knee was better. Envision that happy knee, put it on the board. Friends or family, oh, my friends are driving me crazy, blah, blah, blah. They're always this, always that. If you wish for calmness for your friends, put that calmness on the board. My life has been so hectic lately. I'm just having a hard time with all the energies. I wish I had more peace. Envision that peace and put it on the board. Oh, Dan, I'm pretty enlightened. I just wish peace for all beings. Put that peace on your board. Is it global peace? Is it galactic peace? Is it universal peace? Put that on the board. But Dan, I really want a trampoline. Envision a trampoline. Put it on your board. I want this country and that country to resolve their differences, and I want them to have peace. Put that peace on your board. My car's not working. I wish I had a car that was working. Envision a working car and put that on your board. I wish I had more friends. I wish I had more company. Imagine what it would be like to have that company and put that idea on your board. I don't tell anyone, but sometimes I get down and I wish I had somebody to talk to. Imagine what it would be like to have somebody to talk to and how comfortable and wonderful that would feel, and put that feeling on your board or wall, whatever it is. I'm not going to hang up on word verbiage now. Just put it on the board. You know, something came through earlier with that whole animal collective thing. I'm going to address that later. As you look at your board, I'd like for you to know that even if you don't have the answers for how all of this stuff is going to come about, I want you to take that idea out of your mind. It's not up to you to worry about how this is all going to come to fruition. What I'd like for you to instead do is be in an idea of acceptance and allowance, that Any amount of healing that comes from this, we'll take it. As we envision ourselves, if we only get 10% healing out of this, we'll take it. But if we can get 100, we'll take it. The animals that we'd like to see healed, if only 5% of them get healed, we'll take it. But if 105% get healed, we'll take it. We're going to accept anything that this allows. From the smallest to 100%. We're going to accept whatever this allows. Where we are expanding here is going from the idea of limitation to allowance. This is, we're expanding this idea. We are growing this idea. We're doing this together in a collective, together, because it's amplified in a group. We will stand a better chance of these things coming to fruition now than if we were doing it just by ourselves. Not that we're weaklings by ourselves. We're really quite powerful by ourselves, but we're better in groups. We're better in collectives. Preaching to the choir, I know. But not everybody's a choir member. People who will watch this later want to join the choir. They just don't know there's a choir to join yet. On the back side of your board, please envision another golden light coming through what would be the heart chakra center of your board, out the back. And there I'd like for you to envision a planet Earth. A planet Earth as viewed from space. This space can be any distance, but it would be better if it's not too far a distance so that you can still see the clouds moving and the oceans and see the land. Your vision may or may not have the moon in it, but since it's a full moon, might be a good time to include it. So you have a nice little white dot of moon over here and a nice planet here. Please envision this planet. Our planet. If you're a non-physical being, this is still your planet. Because this is the focus we are all in. This is where we are, our planet. And as you envision your planet, and as you look over it, and as you scrutinize every aspect of it, I would like for you to note that there's nothing wrong on this planet. Nothing is broken on this planet. And then the argument is, but there's all kinds of stuff wrong. When you look at the planet, do you ever see anything wrong? I've never seen anything wrong with it. So as you look at your planet, if you think there's wrong with it, please let as much of that wrong go as you can. And I'm going to offer this idea instead. Can you imagine that the portions of this planet that you can't see, like the humans, just the humans, can you understand that as you look at your planet, that all the humans are capable of love? Some don't show it the greatest, but they're all very capable of it, and it's a very wonderful thing. And can you accept that they love? And then there's the animals that are on land. And maybe you might not see these animals from your vision of the planet, but as you look in the planet and you know that there are animals there, you understand that those animals have love. They love one another, they care for one another, they help feed one another, they have babies together, they care. You know, you see the videos on other formats where you see the elephant being helped up, or you see a dog being helped out of a hole, or you see there's love there. You see all the fish in the seas running around in their schools, swimming around, protecting one another, doing everything they can, being social together. This love that they have. All the insects teaming together, armies of ants helping one another. Love there. There's love there. Can you see the love relationship between the rocks and the river? Between the ground and the water? The collectives of all the different kinds of trees and how they try to care for one another, and they provide ground, and they provide shelter for animals, and they do other things. They provide shelter for people, the trees. They have love. A lot of people don't think of it that way. This loving planet that you're envisioning, please envision the golden light going all around the planet, encompassing the whole thing. If there's a moon in your vision, the golden light encompasses that moon and encompasses this planet. This golden light is the same golden source energy light that we began with. And as you observe this whole idea, there's you surrounded in the golden light, your healing board surrounded in golden light with a tendril behind it, with a golden earth behind that, surrounded with golden light. Multiplied by our number. Multiplied through the different realities, multiplied through the realms. Take 3 deep breaths, please. And just allow this idea to acclimate and settle in and solidify here. And now with love, I'd like for you to come between your planet and your board and snip the line that connects those two. And allow your planet and its moon to drift away into source energy. Send it with love and all that healing and all that wonderfulness that it is. And let it drift away until it kind of disappears from your focus. Thank you for being our great planet. Now come to the idea of your vision board and all of your ideas that are placed on it, all the healing that that represents, and come to the cord that's between you and the board and lovingly snip the cord and send the board to drift away into source energy. Let it drift away to send your message to source. Let it go. Let it be free. Begin bringing your attention and focus back to yourselves, back to this reality, back to your physicality. Do not worry about dissolving your golden light. We're not going to dissolve it. We're not going to dissolve the chakra colors that we started with and put in place. We're just going to let it all ride. We're going to let the energy ride. We're going to let it coast. We're going to let it dissipate at its own pace. We want to hold on to this for as long as we can hold on to it. This lovingly neutral, unconditional love expression. And we're going to let it ride. I'd like to thank all of you. Just checking to see if there's anything that wants addressed while we're all together. Other than that animal collective, and I'll look at that later myself privately. All right, they're telling me to let it ride. All right, so I'm going to begin disconnecting now. You all can begin disconnecting, but staying in your energies. It just feels like warm soup, just like, ah. All right. Okay. Wow. That was interesting. Let me thank you all for coming. Those of you that are here in the room, you don't have to leave, but I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you, everybody, for participating. This has been Galactic Reiki Distance Healing Wellness Wednesday with Guru Dan. You can find the group in the YouTube description. You can find the group on Facebook. You can find the healing request page. You can find my PayPal there if you'd like to help support my endeavor here. If everything goes right next week, I'll have the Patreon link up and running. So those that would like to support that way will be able to. And thank you very much. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you.